Hello, class. Today we're going to be talking about modeling one-step equations using Gizmos and how to do this and then turn this in properly. Okay, so first of all, you are going to go through and do some practice. So this is practice. It walks you through, it tells you how to do these one-step equations. This is really useful because you can also see a visual of what we have going on here. So we have x minus 4, we have x and 4 negatives, okay? So when we are doing these problems, you need to write this down on a separate piece of paper. So you have x minus 4 equals 5. So we have to ask ourselves, what is the inverse of taking away 4? What's the opposite of taking away 4? Well, that is adding 4. So we're actually going to add 4 to both sides. And if you take a look at this, it says to solve for x, get the x tile by itself on the left-hand side of the equation. So that's our goal. We want to get the x all by itself. The x down here is represented with this x tile. The x up here and on your paper is represented just by x. So it says before removing the -1 tiles, from the left side, you will need a matching number of -1 tiles on the right side. So what we need to do with this is, you might remember from earlier in the year, we would need to make 0 pair, okay? So 0 pair means that they cancel each other out. So it says you could also try adding opposites to both sides of the equation. I don't think we need to, so we're going to create 0 pair by adding opposites. Okay, that sounds a little bit complicated, but all this means is we're taking a look at this, and what is the opposite of taking away 4? The inverse of taking away 4, or the opposite, is adding 4. But we have to do that to both sides. So we take 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we see that we have x, and then we have these 4 0 pairs. So because they cancel each other out, we can just highlight all these. All right, and this tells us over here, these are the directions. It says, now that we have opposites on the left-hand side, it says drag a box around the 0 pairs to select them and drag them away. So we dragged a box around these, and we just take them and drag them away, okay? Now, we've demonstrated that x minus 4 equals 5, and it's equivalent to x equals 9. And if we do that, we showed that -4 and +4 cancel each other out, leaving us with just x. We had 5 plus 4, right? We had 5 originally, and then we added 4 more to keep the equation balanced, so x equals 9. If we checked our original equation too, if we had x minus 4, we said x equals 9, so 9 minus 4. Well, 9 minus 4 equals 5, and 5 equals 5, so we are good. Okay, so that is how you do those. After you are completely done with, after you feel confident, what you should do is you are going to do these 5 assessment questions. So you're going to scroll down. You do as many of these as you need to feel comfortable. I suggest you do at least 10 of them, okay? Write them down on a separate piece of paper, do them. It's going to really help you figure out one-step equations. And then when you're feel like you're ready, come down to the assessment questions and start doing these, okay? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. It's really important that you do these and you do them correctly, because this is what you are graded on for this assignment, is just these 5 questions, okay? Now, say you get down to question number 3 and you're like, I don't know what to do with this one, okay? What you can do is, in the middle of your assessment, you can come back up and you can be like, I need more practice. So if you don't know something, keep doing more practice until you think you understand it a little bit better. That's the key here. Let's go ahead and do another one of these, okay, just to show us with more practice. So we have x minus 11 equals -10. You should write this on your scratch paper, and this we're going to do on the computer. All right, so we have our directions over here, okay, it tells us what to do. To solve for x, get the x tile by itself on the left-hand side of the equation. Okay, sometimes the x is on the right-hand side, so it doesn't really matter what side it is. It's just the side where the x is the one that you need to get rid of everything but the x. So we have the same types of tiles on both sides of the equation, and then drag a tile from each side, and a matching tile on the other side will be removed as well. So that sounds kind of complicated, but all that means is the opposite or inverse of subtracting 11 is adding 11. Okay, so let's actually do that virtually over here. We're going to add 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll see that it needs to stay balanced. So what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, and the computer automatically does it for you. So we added 11 to both sides. So right here, we're going to take those. They cancel each other out. We're going to get rid of those. On this side, we also need to get rid of these. Wow, those don't want to go away. All right, seem to like it when I drag it to that box. And then we can see that x equals 1. And again, on our piece of paper, you can take a look at this. These cancel each other out when we dragged it away. And then we took away 10, 0 pair. So negative 10 plus 11 equals 1. So x equals 1. All right, so that is how you do the practice. And then to do the actual assignment, you need to scroll down and do these 5 questions. If at any point while you're doing these 5 questions you do not understand, go back up and do this. All right, good luck.